Hi, my name is Stephen Walvig, and I'm a program officer with the Greater Twin Cities United Way. And I'm excited to be here today to help share with you some additional resources on how you might want to respond to student needs that come up as part of your coursework, especially as you're implementing your ICAN SEL strategies. As we know, these needs can sometimes surface when implementing strategies like the emotion check-ins and that one-on-one check-ins with your students. And we want to make sure you feel comfortable receiving that information and sharing resources with your students. And so this presentation is designed to help you effectively receive and share information and to help you understand sort of what resources are available to share. First, a little grounding on how you might want to consider receiving personal information from a student. When a student shares personal information that you don't have time or training to handle, it's really important to respond with empathy and honesty, to respect their feelings, and to connect them with additional resources if they ask for them. And I just want to emphasize that it's really important to make sure that the process that we're going to talk about here is very much led by students, and that we're not making judgments about what students need or what we think they need, and offering support that maybe actually could be traumatizing or challenging for them to accept. And here's how you might go about that. So you may want to start by expressing gratitude for their trust in sharing that information with you. You could say things like, "Thank you for sharing this with me. I really appreciate your trust in me." You may want to highlight how much you respect their privacy by saying something like, "I want to make sure to respect your privacy and your boundaries. So if there's anything specific you would like me to share with you or that you would like from me, please let me know." That way you're not assuming things on behalf of the young person, the student. They're really asking for them to tell you what they need and what they want. And always to acknowledge your limitations. You could say things like, "I'm not sure I have the expertise to offer the support you might want in this situation, but I'd be happy to work with you to see if I can find resources that may be able to help you." It's always important to encourage and normalize seeking help. In our society, sometimes seeking help is the hardest part. And so it's always important to offer support when somebody comes to you. So you may want to say something like, "Seeking support is a sign of strength and self-care, something we all should do better, something that certainly I know I need to do better." And it's okay to reach out whenever you are ready for it. It's important to make sure to ask if they want your help finding resources. You could say things like, "If you're interested in more support, I can recommend some resources to consider. Would you like me to share them with you? And how would you like me to share them with you?" And of course, always empower students to make their own choices. For example, when you do share resources, you can say things like, "Here are some resources that others have found useful. It's completely up to you how you'd like to use them or if you'd like to explore them further. I'm just sharing them with you." And then, of course, following up with them to make sure that they get those resources. And we'll be talking about a number of those resources today. The thing I'd like to uh, leave in your mind is by responding in a compassionate and honest manner, you can maintain a really supportive presence as their instructor while ensuring that your students get the resources and support that's most beneficial to them and that they're really leading that conversation about what they want and what they need and how you might be able to support them in that. So of course, there are a number of resources for any student who's a part of your coursework, who's a part of the Increasing College Access Network. And I'd like to highlight some of those, including from the online college and the high school, Alexandria Technical and Community College, Northland Community and Technical College, Minn State 211-988. There's a lot of resources. So let's go through them quickly. The online college and the high school has a great student center with student resources. This is especially helpful when students are trying to think about if this is the right opportunity for them and how to even get enrolled into a course and which colleges or universities out there might be a good fit for that. They also offer online tutoring and self-study that may be of use to some of your students. At Alexandria Technical and Community College, you have some really great supportive services, including tutoring, academic resources, study groups, writing assistance, different ways for students with disabilities to access services. And all of those can be accessed through the student support website or the number here. At Northland Community and Technical College, you also have a strong student basic needs and supports webpage that provides resources to address food insecurity, childcare, health and wellness, and other student needs. And that may include childcare and parenting support, financial assistance, health coverage, housing, legal resources, transportation access, and work and employment considerations. So a real wide variety of support for students through this resources. You can use the web link here, or you can actually, if those aren't helping you, you can reach out to the Dean of Student Affairs, who has listed his information on the Student Basic Needs and Support website directly, which I think is really exciting. MnState, all of the ICAN organizations are part of the Minnesota State College and University system. And as part of that system, every student has access to these MnState resources. Those provide basic need resources for students in the MnState College and University system. And it's a partnership with United Way's 211. There are many ways to access this resource. You can use the website, you can use call or text, or you can use the QR code on the screen here. And let me tell you a little bit more about what you would receive when you call the 211-988 resource. So 211 provides basic needs support for students. It's available 24/7 in multiple languages. Again, you can reach it through phone, text, or chat. It is a national information hotline and referral program. It also is a connection to the 988 suicide and crisis prevention hotline, with connections to over 40,000 local resources, and just in this past year, served over 468,000 people to get them the resources they need. I'd like to share with you a little bit of video helping you understand sort of what that experience would be if somebody does reach out and call 211, or really reach out to any of these student support services that we've highlighted so far. Just making sure that you know that the people on the other side of that phone call are really dedicated to young people's support, to student support, and really maybe have been through some of the same experiences that students that are reaching out to you are experiencing right now. So I just wanted to share this video of Kendra talking about what it is to be on the other side of that phone call.
My name is Kendra Morales. I am a 211 CRS/Assistant Housing Manager for Greater Twin Cities United Way 211. We are an information and referral service. So if you're calling looking for basic needs, say rent, shelter, food, even legal aid, we can provide that information within our community, our county, our city, and our state. When I first learned about 211, I was in my early 20s, dealing with a very hard personal time in my life. My first initial call to 211, of course, I was frantic, afraid, scared, didn't know where to turn. What I got on the receiving end from the 211 specialist was patience, understanding, active listening, and most important, empathy. She let me know that my needs were not stupid, that they were very important because they were important to me. When I was on the phone with the community resource specialist, I wholeheartedly felt that she was tending or trying to tend to my needs and only my needs. She wasn't trying to force me off the phone. There was no type of animosity or rushing or anything to that effect. And then when I got off of the phone, I felt better. I felt that I was more prepared to take on the obstacle that I was calling in regards to. I felt more empowered to know that I can do what I need to do in order to survive. And that is what we are there for, to support and listen to and empower anyone that calls us, everyone that calls us. Yes, I am a 211 community resource specialist, but I'm also Kendra. I'm also a part of the community. I am also a born and raised Minnesotan, Frog Town, That's who you get when you call 211. You call a person. You call someone that has lived just like you. No judgment at all. Just empowerment, understanding, and empathy. And maybe a little bit of humor if you get me.
Thank you so much for spending this time watching this video and thinking about how you can better meet the needs of young people by connecting them to these types of resources. Thank you so much and have a great day.